Hey, everybody. Dominic Marconi here, Executive Director of the Oregon chapter of the Pacific Northwest section. Today, I get the honor of interviewing a good friend of mine, Michael Neff. Michael is the founder and director of Gear Sports. Michael, thanks for joining us today.
Dahmer, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
This is very nice of you to do this. I think it's a cool idea. I've really felt like I've gotten to know some of the other pros a lot better because of this. So I appreciate your doing this.
Yeah, you bet. Hey, do you remember, this is a blast from your past, 1996, you and I working together at the Oregon Golf Club.
Craig
You're
Griswold.
Yep, we both work for Craig Griswold.
Yep.
You're a PGA member, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my life. And I said, "Hey, what do you have to do to become a PGA pro?" And you said, "Hey, I think you just need to sign a letter foregoing your amateur status, and you're in."
If it was only that easy, right?
Yeah,
Jeez.
well, boy,
Yeah.
things have sure changed
Yeah.
back from way back then.
Yeah.
But 25 years later, as a
Yeah.
PGA member, how does that feel?
Gosh, honestly, it's gone by fast. I just saw one of my friends who's a top 100 guy just turned two. And also Ron Berger. I think he and I were kind of in at the same time. Ron Berger just posted that it's been 25 years for him, and he said, "I think time flies. It's like I
Yeah,
don't know. It's like a lifetime, and we've dedicated our lives to this, and I don't feel
right.
that old actually. So it's been a
That's
blur.
because yeah. Well, hey, let's jump right in. What was it for you that made you want to become a golf professional way back then?
I honestly, I just couldn't get enough of golf. Um, I'm kind of an ADD guy. It's hard for me to focus on anything. I really struggled in school, and I just from an early, I just couldn't get enough golf. I just hit balls all day in my backyard, and I couldn't get enough. We never belonged to a country club or anything, and um, I don't know. And then I asked John Thorsness. I think before I got into the business, I remember calling John Thorsness, who's we were at Pumpkin at the time, and I remember, can you like make a decent living? Can you support your family? And could is this can you do it? And I said, and he said, yes, it's definitely possible, but you have to give it your best. And um, if you really, you know, if you really focus on it, and you'll be fine. And I found that to be true. And so I found something that I could focus on, and I've kind of hyper focused on it, and I'm glad I did. It was a good decision.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing that. So,
Yeah.
um, you're with Gear Sports, Gears Golf. Why
Yep.
don't you tell us a little bit about what Gears is and how you became the founder and director of Gear Sports?
Okay. So, little old Corvallis, Oregon, right here in our backyard, there's a company called OptiTrack, and OptiTrack is the largest manufacturer of motion capture cameras in the world, right here in Corvallis. And it's I don't know, they do about $40 million worth of business every year in a state-of-the-art facility just down by the airport in Corvallis. And I was working with TaylorMade at the time, running their TaylorMade performance labs. And the company that made the mat system stopped making it. They went into the military. So we were looking for somebody else. And so we approached them, and that was like 6 or 7 years ago now. And about, you know, roughly 4 or 5 years ago when we first created the product. And then we kind of created Gear Sports about 3 years ago. And so um, it's an optical motion capture system. It's infrared camera-based tracking. We're the only company in the world that does full body and club tracking at the same time. We have a system in 22 different countries. We have about 200 systems globally. And TaylorMade's my biggest client. Um, and it's used for golf pros, for manufacturers. NASA actually has a system. They use it to measure the vibration on the space shuttle, if you can believe that.
Yeah, wow, I
It's
saw
a
that.
very accurate product. It's a very accurate. That's our story. It's kind of a boutique company. Um, I don't know if we're ever going to get big I hope we do, but it's kind of a boutique company. And we're trying to make it less so boutique, but it's kind of a boutique product. But we have kind of a pretty broad coverage globally with it, and I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, I saw that and read that. You brought up pros using the system, and I've seen more and more PGA Tour professionals kind of dabbling in gears in some way. Are you guys currently working with, assisting any professionals out there currently?
Yeah, I would say I have a couple of tour players that I work with directly, and then we have a lot of we do a lot of consulting. How's that for maybe a better word? I don't know if there's such
Yeah.
a word in our industry, but I have a lot of coaches that call me that want their players to get on gears. That's what happened with Boyd Summerhays, with Tony, Chris Como, and Bryson. Actually, we were working with Bryson before Chris got him, but basically, gears is unique in its way to kind of show stuff that you can't see with the naked eye. And we picked up some things, Scott Harrington, who's a local guy, things like that. We kind of have a unique way of measuring things and stuff that you can't see with the naked eye. And so we get a lot of calls from coaches, honestly.
Yeah.
We're now getting a lot of calls from players. I work with a kid called Mickey. His name is Mickey DeMore, and he's on the Corn Ferry Tour. And then I also work a lot with Gabby Lopez on the LPGA Tour, and Ryan O'Toole, who's having a great day today. She's in second right now. I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
But they kind of come to me for, kind of stuff, when they kind of get stuck or they can't figure stuff out or something doesn't feel right and they can't figure it out. That's usually when, hey, let's go check out gears. They might have the answer. And that's kind of how it's gotten started. But we've captured like about 50 tour players. I got to capture Brooks Koepka, Rory McIlroy, Bryson, Tony Finau. I mean, it's been really cool because you get to see these guys up close and see what's going on and see what see what they're working on. And
I can
pretty
share.
Cool.
That's been awesome because I know in a couple of the seminars that you participated in with us, you've been able to share some of that information, which has been great for people to hear. And you do it in a way that makes it easy for everybody to understand, which is even better because I know that information is pretty complex. But like I said, you relay the information easily for people to understand.
Well, it's really honestly the software, we've engineered it so that it's really kind of easy to use and easy to understand. Yeah. It's not rocket science. My 12-year-old Lucy knows how to start up run gears. It's not that hard. I always get labeled as this super techie guy, and I don't feel like that at all. I don't. In fact, I feel if anything, we've kind of simplified difficult things using technology, and I feel like we've done a lot of good out there. We've helped a lot of tour players, and we've helped a lot of coaches. And one of the things I'm probably most proud of gears is that people actually make money off of our technology. So, I don't know anybody who's not charging more for a gear session. And I don't know of any other technology that's really able to do that. So I'm really proud of that fact, that our customers are actually making money on it. And, but, still, we're a small fish in a big pond.
So I see you're wearing the Blazer jacket there. You're a big Blazer fan.
Huge Blazer guy.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Love the fetching Blazers. All right. So I don't think we have any chance, even if we get healthy. Like, I'm not convinced that even if we're healthy, we're going to make a run. I don't know. I just don't think this team's I think it's a good team, but they're just 2-3 happy. And they live and die by that 3-pointer. And they also, I saw some crazy statistics that the Blazers, like, contested shots is one of the things that they measure. And the Blazers like shoot more contested shots than any team in the NBA by like a mile. So in other words, we're taking these circus shots and making these circus 3-pointers. And I don't know, it's incredible what Dame's doing. He makes everybody better. All these centers, like Enes Kanter was horrible last year, great the year before. So whenever, like, you know, these guys feast off of Damien's double teams. So it's like, we need to get that guy some help. And I do like the idea of resting him as much as possible.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just don't think this team's got it all. But I'm a fan. I'm going to be there forever.
Yeah. Hey, let's wrap this up.
Yep.
Hey, so if you can give one piece of advice to a new upcoming golf professional in this business, what would it be?
Okay. So much like what John Thorson has told me, I think you need to find something in our industry that you're very passionate about, whether it's merchandising or instruction or tournament operations or first tee or, you know, development programs, whatever it is. There's a ton of things that, you know, PGA professionals have access to. So whatever it is, I would find something that you really are passionate. It could be more than one thing too, but find something that you're really passionate and just give it your best and just kind of focus on that really well. And I found that like that makes it easier to get up in the morning when you like what you're doing, and it's easier to work hard when you like what you're doing and when you're kind of focused on something. So that might be my advice. You know, pick one of the many niches in our industry to really focus on and really be great at.
Yeah, awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate you giving that advice to our new upcoming professionals.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you taking some time with us today to go through this. Yeah,
Thank
it's always
you for
great
having me, Dahmer.
Yeah,
You're the
absolutely.
best in the business, and we're so lucky to have you. And I really appreciate all that you do for us. And you know, I really feel honored to be a part of our association and just great girls and guys in our section, our chapter. And I don't know, it's just like we got a cool thing going here.
Yeah, we sure do. All right, Michael, appreciate it. Thanks.
Thanks, Dahmer. Talk to you later.